Okay, what's up, YouTube? My name is John R. Hardy. I'm Astro Life Coach. Welcome to my channel. Um, Today I want to speak on the death, the untimely death of Mac Miller. Died at the age of 26, apparently from an overdose, drug overdose, reported by TMV. Now, the first thing I want to do is send my condolences to the family, and also I want to say it's always a pleasure to wake up another day to make it better than yesterday. Remember that. It's always blessing, a good thing to wake up another day to make it better than yesterday. Always. Um Mac Miller, back to the news, has reportedly passed away um today, September the 9th, 2018. Probably this morning. This has been reported 45 p.m. I don't know what time. From an overdose reported by TMZ. Um, I'm going to give you everything that's been reported first. Um, Unfortunately, because this is a death, anything that got to do with death, babies, marriage, I'm not going to take no questions, calls. I'm not in the chat room if it's open. I'm just going to lay it down. And after that, I'm going to give you my personal intake using the stars, what I call astro enlightenment, his astro life and what outside of this physical realm of the earth that could have led him, to do something like this. Um, rest in peace again. Um, I'm sending condolences to his family, friends. So let's get into this. Mac Miller died Friday of an apparent overdose. TMZ, I learned. I'm not going to go and read all of this, but law enforcement says, he was found by a friend. He died Friday around noontime. Okay, I got a time now. I can work with that. He died around noontime. In a bedroom in his San Fernando Valley home, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. We're told authorities were alerted by a male friend who placed a 911 call from Mac's home. The emergency dispatch audio reveals first reporters, and you can go to TMZ and watch this. That will be possibly copyright infringement from TMZ, and YouTube don't really allow you to post videos or other people videos, etc., etc. So there it goes right there. Shout out TMZ, always getting the scoop first. Um, what I want to get into as far as what led him, what kind of some reports that was actually building up this year. You know, First he's died in a home. Let's take that into account. And then reportedly a friend found him. So I guess it's safe to assume he was by himself. He just released his latest album called Swimmer. Let me take a look at that. Swimmer. And they said in that song, he made some references, you know, regarding heaven. It was released August the 3rd, 2018. And on one of those songs, you know, I don't believe people can predict their death, but it's like how Tupac, Biggie, XXXTentacion. If you listen to a lot of these rappers or even entertaining in the movies, if you listen to a lot of rappers that passed away, it's almost like their last album um speaks of these events, tragic events. Let me see if I can find anything he said regarding that. It was a report out there. I didn't really want to get into it. It was something he was saying about heaven and something he said about heaven. So I'm just gonna refer you to the track itself. Um, the album is he released in August 3rd, 2018, and the song is called "So It Goes." Yeah, let me look that up real quick. So it goes, and somewhere in here they said, I'm gonna scroll down. A lot of people really express reality in these songs. When you listen to them, it's deep. And I just tell everybody, watch the power of the tongue, because I know one thing: you can manifest things um in what you say. So there was something he actually like spoke about something with heaven. I don't know if it's this song. Let me just get a quick skim through it. Grass is always greener. Studies. Somebody got to do it. It's exhausting. Enough for the both of us. Well, I'm not gonna take up you guys' time with that. But it's somewhere in the album where they reported. Um, he said something about death. Um, if I want to say it, it's like of heaven. I want to pull it up. Heaven lyrics. That's what I'm gonna say. Heaven lyrics. So I don't want to. I heard they got nice cars up in heaven. I don't know if that's a song, but well, you guys can go look it up. Okay. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Condolences to his family. Now, there's a few things I could see that just kind of led up to his death. It's a tragic at the age of 26. He was born in Pittsburgh, and now he's out in California. You know, overdosing on drugs. That lime life, it could be a bit. I know. I look at a lot of people life, and it could be a bit. And overdosing on drugs, like, is never the solution. You know what I mean? But looking at this year, like, he was with a singer, Ariana Grande, and he broke up with her early this year. Now, this is where the emotions kick in when people break up with a female, or a female break up with a male, and they kind of think their life is over. They can't see the other side. And he been with her 2 years, so I can understand his pain. But sometimes breakups always have something better for you on the other end. And a lot of shout out to all the artists that took to Twitter to show their condolences. A lot of artists. I mean, that I didn't really listen to his songs, but I kind of knew of him, his name, and it's a lot of artists taken to Twitter, Instagram, showing their condolences. Tell me the magnitude of the influence he put in the music industry and with people, fans, other artists. Big, big. His last songs was reported called "So It Goes," and also this year he was arrested for DUI. So I don't believe his death was, I believe it was untimely, because he had a tour to go on, and I can't see nobody you know a lot of times they say people like wanted to die, but he was just saying things about his tour. Miller has battled substance abuse for years, something that came up again in the wake of his breakup with Ariana Grande. The rapper wrecked his G and got into that accident by wrapping it around a utility. So, you know, it's sad when you go through things like this, and I'm not gonna say wanted, but you can see the traits, or you can see the emotional buildup, the mental fatigue of, or the habits, or not even drugs, like the pattern. Let me say that the pattern that can actually lead up, you know, break up. And it was reported also she called him, um, and told him, take care of yourself. I think she said something. Hope she get help. Okay, he got a post about TMC Thursday night. A video recorded, and you hear a song, "So It Goes," which includes lyrics, 9 lives. I don't know if it's his song, so I might have to take that back. I know he's supposed to start a tour, but 9 lives, never die, fuck a heaven. I'm still getting high. You know, I'm not going 6 feet under with my last words. That's why I be careful what I say. Um, I don't know if that's in his album or not. You guys can go check it. But that's a scoop. That's a story that's out right now. Reportedly, um, Mac Miller passed away today in San Francisco Valley, California. He just released his latest album called Swimmer. His last song reported was called So It Goes. Broke up with Ariana Grande, that had to been painful. Arrested for DUI. And many artists took to his Twitter to show their condolences. He had a presently tour scheduled date, which tells me like he didn't just say, "I'm tired of this world. I'm gonna kill myself." I mean, I can't say that for sure, but let's get into the astro chat. So as I said, my name is John Hardy. I'm an astro life coach. I also use certain means of the stars, the planet, astrology, zodiac, number vibrations, angelical vibrations, psychology. I just dab into anything to understand why people do what they do. So when we get into his astral birth chart, the first thing I notice is his birthday is January the 19th, 1992. That tells me he's a Cancer. I'm sorry, a Capricorn. The opposite of a Cancer is Capricorn. So it also tells me he's a Cancer, which explain all of. I mean Capricorn. He's a Capricorn, but he's kind of on the cusp, so he has some Aquarius traits. Now I said that for a reason. I'm gonna get to that point. He's a Capricorn, right, with Aquarius traits, qualities, tendencies. Um, his moon. Let me see right here. His moon is in Cancer. That's one of my sticking points. And the most effective thing to understand, his dominant planet is his moon, Pluto, and Neptune. Now, before I get deep into his chart, um, first I want to say rest in peace to XXXTentacion. Now, watch how I connect these dots. Astrological or astro level. XXXTentacion was born January 23rd. Let's pull up his birth chart. I don't. You know what? I'll save that for later because I want to do them all separately. Now, let's pull up Jimmy Wapo, January the 13th, and we're gonna do Mac Miller again, January 19th. Now, the point I'm putting out here is one. All these guys was born in January. Mac Miller is actually a Cancer. I mean, a Capricorn. I don't know why I keep saying Cancer. I'm thinking about that moon. I'm gonna get to that. He's a Capricorn with Cancer traits, right? And this guy, Capricorn, not with technically Aquarius traits, but he's getting up there, But he's a Capricorn. Let's just go with a Capricorn. He's a Capricorn. Let's just say he got Virgo ways about him. If anybody know him and you know anything compared to look at a Virgo, this guy's 19th. He also got those Virgo ways, and this guy right here is a full Aquarius. But again, he's on the cusp of Aquarius and Capricorn. So he's an Aquarius with Capricorn ways. Now, like I said, I'm not going to dig too deep into this. I want to do them separately. But how odd is it that all three of them passed away in 2018? I would like to go into the deep aspect of that. All three of them passed away in 2018. So with that said, I was like, anybody who got these birth signs, please be careful out there. Please be careful. Because I personally know this is not a coincidence. Okay, getting back to Mac Miller chart. He has, so I'm going to break a few things down before I go into his chart. I'm not going to go deep into it, but um, you see this right here? This is the moon. The moon rules the sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the sign of home, right? Cancer, a lot of cancers I grew up with pop perks, pills. They smoke a lot of weed, heavy weed, perk pills, heavy weed, downers, lean, so forth and so on. And me personally, I used to joke that cancer pop more pills than anybody. Even people I know that cancer that never pop those type of drugs I name, but they will overdose on some Tylenol. Yeah, I know people that say they never mess with meth and lean and perks and everything, but they say like, yeah, if I get a headache, I'll take like 3 or 4 or 5 Tylenols, ibuprofens, medication again. So the first thing I'm looking at is drugs overdose and the moon. We got a new moon coming in, so that's another that's actually coming on the 9th. The moon and Cancer rules the home, so I don't find it odd that he passed away at home. Now, you see this red line right here? This red line makes a negative aspects to, if I'm correct, it looks like it's Neptune. There we go again. So the moon rules emotions. Like cancers could be emotional. Cancers is like a crap. They like hard people to figure out, but once you figure out them, the mushy side, the mushy stuff in the crap. These people are so soft, gentle, sweet, humble. They give you anything. They give you anything. Other than that, they don't really care to participate in crowds of people, and they protective of their home. you know Cancer rules the home. They don't like bringing a lot of people by their home. Some of them don't like crowds. You got different kind of cancers. You got the ones that could be around crowd and they don't talk about their own issues. They private with their relationships. You got the ones that technically barely come out of their room, come out of their house. And then you got the ones that's, they more speakable, but they still private about their life. These type of people probably love like computer technology and IT specialists and stuff like that. They more creative, more out there. They like more closer than Gemini. Gemini's a sign before them. So the cancers that's coming out of the Geminis, these people are more like they get Mercury rules Gemini, and that's like technology. They love technology. So when you got the moon rules Cancer. Cancer rules the home, family issues. That's another thing. A lot of cancers have been separated from their family. You got some of them that's real close, but majority of them is separated from their mother. The moon is the mother on top of that. The moon is the mother, the sun is the father. So this is why he can be overprotective with his family, you know, and that's a lot of emotions to carry. Like water signs carry a lot of emotions. That's Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Now, this negative aspect with Neptune, right? Now, again, I want to get back to the moon in this chart. It's actually there's a full moon coming up right now. His Neptune, and let me break down Neptune. Neptune rules the sign of Pisces, and leave it rule another sign. I'm not gonna go into that. It rules Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. It's true. Yeah, Neptune rules Pisces. Now, Pisces rules the 12th house of secrets. Um, he got Neptune in his career, which means that Pisces, he got that mentality where he's very artistically creative. He he's so creative that the way he speak, he's like in the clouds. You know, he had to have somebody around him to bring all that super ideas he had down and ground it to the earth, because he could just be everywhere with it, everywhere with it, everywhere. Like he had to be structured. So he had to be structured um, with his career decisions. You know what I mean? So he good management. He definitely was born a producer. Now I can see, a lot of Pisces love music. They love producing. They love making their own stuff. They love to learn. Um, but now the negative aspect of that is they can be secretive. So you take the moon of a Cancer being private, and then a negative aspect with, like, it tells me he wasn't communicating with people regarding how he was feeling, especially with people in his career. He got a lot. He got Uranus, he got Mercury, he got all these planets in his career zone. He was not communicating. Now, Neptune, like I said, it rules Pisces. Pisces rules the 12th house of behind the scene secrets. A lot of Pisces like to keep to themselves. So the double combination of having that Cancer and Pisces means that he loved to be home. He loved to be in the studio. He just loved being inside, inside a lot. He kind of like he could come out and be around the people, and that end up being negative, and he's just like, go back in the house, because he don't want to get into these type of conflict. But Neptune rules um drug addiction. Neptune rules medication. So Neptune, it tells me he could be using drugs from the pressure of his career, spotlight, reputation, as well as his home issues, family, growing up, because cancers love to be loved, or they love to love. And when you break up with them, like that, but Neptune now is going retrograde. When the planet go retrograde, it's going backwards. When it go backwards, everything is giving you when it's going forward. So when Neptune's going forward, it create dreams, illusions, creativity. It puts you on a whole nother level. People who got Neptune heavy in their charts, they are some dreamy people, but they could dream of the best ideas. They just have to bring it down. You take a Pisces, for instance. A Pisces will wake up in the morning with the best idea, forget about it in 10 minutes. They'll forget about it in 10 minutes. So with that Neptune in his career, it shows that his music side, especially, he got Uranus in there. So he was unique with his music. You know, he was unique with his music. Um, he was a communicator. Mercury rules communicator with his music. He know how to articulate his words. He know how to put it together. It depends. Mercury rules Gemini, and which is communication, speech, and it also rules Virgo, which is taking intel in. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. and it's known as God's messenger. So in the communicating field, he knew how to drop bars and articulate and put them in ways of looking like stories. He got Uranus in there, which is unique, but and then he got the sun in there, which is like he loved what he's doing in his career area. But I want to get to this part because this rules drugs, and it tells me his career can have him overindulging in drugs, which will shoot him back at home to be private about it, not telling everybody that he's overdosing. Now Neptune, when it goes backwards, it's when it goes forward, it creates deception. So let's use deceptions in a good way. If I want to be deception and I don't want nobody to know my business, I'm gonna deceive them. I'm not gonna technically lie. I'm gonna deceive them, and it creates people to retreat. Like I always say, Pisces are the type of people that Pisces are the type of people that like they won't pick their phone up. They'll treat you like Jehovah's Witnesses. Like they'll say they're gonna call you and won't call you and just ignore their phone. So, but that's them retreating. Now, when Uranus, I mean, when Neptune goes backwards, it creates addiction, because when it's going forward, it controls your urge for an addiction. For addiction, also rules medication. So when it goes backward, it creates like even right now, Neptune is going retrograde inside of its own home as Pisces. So everybody in general, if you out, if you people smoking blunts, I don't see people come around me and I'm like, you smoke, they smoke blunts, like they fat blunts. It's people that's drinking is overindulging drinking. That Neptune in everybody's life worldwide right now, at least on this side of the world, is creating, I believe, worldwide, a overindulgence in anything you're doing. Certain people that's gambling, certain people that's popping pills, if you're drinking, even sexing, but mostly with the drugs, it's creating people to drink more alcohol, smoke more cigarettes. Coffee is an addiction. Sweets is an addiction. There's a lot of addictions, besides drugs, pill, crack, cocaine, and everything, and you know, um, ecstasy and all that, perks, and there's a lot of more, lean. And people are taking this, like certain people are smoking weed and not even getting high, you know. And it's sad because that's going on in November. So it's like Neptune would test you, you know, your ability to control your own addiction. Neptune also is a psychic planet. So a lot of Pisces usually get out of stuff without even knowing. A Pisces could be on the corner talking to friends and just, say, yo, okay, I'm out of here. You guys good? Leave the corner, and a car crash just happened over there, something like that. Everybody got arrested. It was a shootout. Anything, his girlfriend almost caught him with the other girl. That's 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 Pisces. Pisces just escape. They another good thing about Pisces, they're escapists. You can't even find them. My sister's a Pisces, man. I tell my brother and them, like, I don't listen, when she's in the house, she's not opening that door. She don't want to be bothered. So it also rules when it's going retrograde. Now, all these good things that they can keep themselves isolated, hidden, deceptive, and now when it goes retrograde, it creates exposure, secrets to be revealed. Neptune is revealing a lot of secrets in people's relationship as we the good aspect, it could reveal opportunities for missed opportunities that you didn't have, depending on people charts, where's Neptune is located at. His was in his career, so that they got a drug addiction with the career, but it was revealing a lot of old stuff, old songs he probably wanted to do. It's also re it removes the veil from your face, and it creates a reality. So this is why people could be, like, especially like Pisces, they can go to drugs because now they facing reality. It's like they live in a dream world. When Neptune go retrograde, it creates you to see reality. It creates the dark truth. This truth is so deep that it can go back to, you being touched as a child, or your uncle killed your father. It takes you back. Like, it's like 14 years or longer, 14 to 28 years, this planet could take you back. And it creates suspicious, it reveals secrets. People can't retreat no more. Here's a prime example of that. Neptune went retrograde June the 18th. Coincidentally, Jimmy Wapo, right? Jimmy Wapo died June the 18th. What are the odds? Neptune went retrograde, revealing secrets and, where people can't hide or hide information. A lot of people was getting caught to cheating. He died June the 18th on the same day it went retrograde. Mac Miller. Well, I'll take it back. XXXTentacion. Jimmy Wapple. XXXTentacion died June the 18th when Neptune went retrograde. They both died the same day. Neptune went retrograde. So, like, their location could have been on little things like that. It revealed things. It reveals hidden enemies as well. So, but I don't want to go too deep into that. Now, getting back to his stars, that right there, you know, he also has Pluto. Pluto, the planet of death, transformation, rebirth, birth is also dealt with investments, inheritance, partnerships. So Pluto rules Scorpio, which these are like super good planet. When you have a planet that rules the sign, you almost can't get better than that. So it tells me with partnership, investments, and all this, like he loved it. He loved it. He just soaked it up. He had a lot of people backing him up. He had a lot of partnership in the financial area. He had a lot of friends. But that also, again, Pluto is another hidden enemy. Scorpio, Pisces, got have hidden enemies. So people that don't like you, that hang around you with the Scorpios and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Scorpio people are so intense. They so secretive. Now here's another thing. This is the weirdest part. You got Neptune making a negative aspect with his home, which meant if he's using drugs because he's stressed over his career, reputation, status, he's going to go home and overindulge in drugs. Now, his Pluto, it makes a part of the aspect with his Pluto, but his Pluto, Scorpios are the most secretive, most investigative, though, hypocrites, secretive people. Look. The government said they couldn't figure Pluto out, so they said that's a dwarf planet. That's not even that's a dwarf planet. That's not even a planet now. The government couldn't figure it out. They figured out every other planet, comets. They figured out asteroids, meteors. They could not figure Pluto out. Trying to figure Pluto out is trying to figure what God look like, why females think the way they think, and this is deep. You can't. Pluto is the most secretive planet. So Scorpios is like the secretive sign. You look at Scorpio, they got a lot of secrets. Even when you speak to them, they just got an intense look. So like if you was talking to him, he can have an intense look, but it's just a straight look. It's not like he's trying to figure you out. You can't even read them. You can't even read a Scorpio. When they looking, they can be so mad. Like you can see a Cancer when they get mad. You know what I mean? They'll give you a blank look, but it's like you can't tell they're gonna snap out. But with a Pluto, like he got Pluto, he has so many secrets. He can hold secrets. He know people's secrets. He can reveal secrets. You know how many people to this man with deep, dark secrets, especially in the music industry. But Pluto, when that goes backwards, it creates fear, death, control freaks, secrets being revealed, financial issues, fear of losing people. So I can see that fear of losing because Pluto went retrograde April 22nd to September the 30th. So he feared losing his girl, maybe, certain things in his career, because it's hard for those type of people, not even those type of people. When that Pluto is placed in that sign, it's fear of letting go. It creates unpredictabilities within sex partnerships and endings. Pluto rules endings, unpredictable death, unpredictable endings. It's releases things. So that's another way of putting endings. It's rebirth. I say when somebody passed away, they just been reborn into an astral life. You know what I mean? Possibly with the chance of coming back, most likely. But if they learned their lesson, another story. Pluto create old hurts, like old things again, and Neptune got that too. Like Pluto takes 14 years, and I think Neptune takes about like 10 to 12 years to travel the Earth, to go around the Earth. So these are Pluto and Neptune is one of the deepest planets, and Pluto also creates revenge. That's why, it's the planet of hidden. See, somebody might want revenge on him. He might want revenge on somebody else. I always say Scorpios to me is my top number one rated. I put them as the top killers. Scorpio are killers. Scorpios are killers, man. Man, oh man, though. Don't let them. And they sneaky. So um, let me not throw you guys under the bus, but so he got Pluto in Scorpio, which is a good placement for money because Scorpio rules finances too. You know what I mean? It rules investment, partners, inheritance, taxes, and stuff like that. So with that placement in there, but it could create an alcoholic. Certain Scorpios would drink. A lot of Scorpios would drink. Like they would drink, party, blackout. Um, Pisces drink, party, blackout. I don't know a lot of Cancers that do drink, but the ones that do drink, blackout. Because those are like water signs. So I can see, off his birth, these are things like it tells me he had back problems, family issues. He might have been a black sheep, but he had a lot of help in his career. A lot of help. He was like, if somebody said, let's go to the studio, he jumped up and ran. That's that Mars. Then he got Jupiter in his house of physical fitness, which is sixth house. So, like, if he would have helped somebody to help him with his health and everything, like, but nobody knows. You can't even blame nobody. Like, a lot of people probably knew he did it, but he do it when nobody's around. He liked to be in a room. He overdosed most likely in his bedroom, or if it was his living room, nobody was in that house. And he probably didn't think he was going to die. You got Saturn in his house of friendship, so tell me, I'm gonna get to that. You got hateful friends, people that he didn't look out for and things like that. And it's one particular I'm going to speak on. But just off his birth chart, you can see from his moon in Cancer. Cancer rules the home. So that explains, him dying at home over the right here with Neptune, overindulging during this Neptune retrogrades, overindulging, pill popping, or lean downers. That's a Cancer's trait. Cancer like to be home, so he overindulged in something here that affected him at home. And this is not a transit. A transit is when things. This is actually his birth chart, his natal. What they call your natal birth chart. This is actually his natal birth chart. His natal. This is like he was born with this. We're all born with a natal. You get a birth certificate, a birth chart, same thing. Astrology, birth chart, planets, which rules by angels, which rules by 10 different heavens, dominions, whatever they were called, all the way up to the creator, which is ruled by vibration, which is ruled by thunder, lightning, rain, and Mother Earth is the messenger. Sometimes these animals, but this is deep. This is moon in Cancer. It tells me that he overindulged in some type of either alcohol, drugs, or something like that. And then with this in here, career related, that shot him back to the house. And Pluto, what have you? Like, these are all his whole life in that was so it was intense, but it was quiet. Like if you was to ask me, I think he died a peaceful death. I think when he died, like I might even could probably see a smile on his face. Like he didn't want to die, but it was just like, because I know people that take drugs like that, they just not even in reality no more. Um, Now we looking at the transits, just in general, not a particular chart, because I don't know what time he was born, but just in general, him being a Capricorn, and he died today. So, Venus is stationed to go retrograde. That's the planet of love. People that got Venus in their chart, they usually they're musicians, Tauruses, a lot of Tauruses. Look at a lot of people, Takashi 69, ASAP Rock. I can name a bunch of singers that got a lot of Venus placement in their chart. So his Venus is in the house for the 10th of his career, stationed to go retrograde. So something in his career affected himself. Mars was in now. Mars is in the sign of Capricorn. So you got Mars in general for all Capricorns. Mars is in Capricorn, and Mars is with Pluto in Capricorn, and Pluto is with Saturn. Mars is impulsive action. It can be assertive for your career reputation, but it's impulsive. Pluto is the planet of death. He could have been working on a track of music or some type of business at his demise. Saturn brings back karma. Saturn brings back things for you to deal with. Pluto rules death. Mars is like the planet of war, the planet of action, the planet just a lot of people that got Mars placement like Aries probably tripped over something because they walked too fast or got hit by a car, just jumped up in the morning. If they had, let's go do this. Just impulsive. Go without thinking. Run outside and forgot their phone. Something like that. But having all these placements in the sign of Capricorn, mm-mm-mm, that's deep. And Venus was in there. So it tell me something to do with love and music. Also tell me Mars in his own house. So something to do with his career. He probably was stressing over that. Something to do with love affected him so bad that he just was non-attentional. As well as he has something to do with travel, higher learning, education, religion, stuff like that. And the sun is in his ninth house, travel, higher learning, education, and this is wisdom. This is another deep house. Sagittarius, some deep people, you know, and they not really non-confrontational, but when they snap, they'll snap out. They fire signs, they'll snap out, but they usually non-confrontational. Like Sagittarius flex on you. So his son was in that house, which he had good things coming in that house, but even traveling, like traveling to me, death is astral traveling. But what it was opposing, it was having issues with Pluto in this house. Pluto's in the house of Capricorn. The sun could be revealing things in that secret house of planet of Pluto inside of Capricorn. That's in general for a lot of Capricorns. A lot of Capricorns today going through something to do with that ninth house. It rules religion. It's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, of abundance, higher education, learning, stuff like that. So that's that house right there where it's affected him personally. And then they're like Pluto's a planet of death that's in Capricorn in general, and Pluto's Mars is the planet of like well, it can also create people to overindulge too, because they can just impulsively take drugs, not overindulge, but impulsively. Like you can't tell me what to do. They don't even like authority, They don't like nobody telling them what to do. So with its native planet versus these transit, it just tells me it has something to do with like something to do with his career and love, affecting himself, and then something to do with travel, or because he got the sun, moon, and Mercury all in his travel. So that explains the tour. He was about to do big, and then the next month his career was going to take off. Like if I knew half of you guys, if I knew half of you rappers, I would listen. This is the truth. He got 3 9s. We got a full moon coming on the 9th. He got 3 9s, 3 9s. He got the sun in the 9th house of travel, new moon, which is new opportunity to travel. That's his tour. And Mercury, the communication, God's messenger in that 9th house of travel, higher learning. He was going to be a teacher to people, just like the way he speak on his tour. He was about to teach a lot of people because that 9th house is wisdom. When you put Mercury in that same house, you speaking on wisdom. You're not learning. You're speaking wisdom. I'm sure it was a couple of people he spoke to before he passed away. He dropped some heavy, like they didn't even know he could speak like that. But Venus in that 10th house, like that was a lot of stress going on. Mars in his first house. And it's weird, like I said, he had Saturn, Pluto, and Mars all in Capricorn. Or let's just say Mars in his first house. Saturn is in his first house. Saturn is in Capricorn in his first house. Mars in Capricorn is in his first house. Venus is in Libra, but is in his 10th house, which again, I said that 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So even Venus was in this house of relationship that has something to do. Okay, this makes sense. Venus is in Libra. Libra rule relationships, but it was in his 10th house of career. Mm. So it could be Ariana Grande. It could be another female that, because he got so much secrets in him. And Saturn was going retrograde. So Saturn's picking up. I can see the pressure because now things about to turn good. He was feeling the way. Now, this makes him think more clearer. Unexpected relationships, unexpected kids, unexpected. That's Uranus in its in Capricorn's fifth house. Watch out for babies. But going back to his personal chart, like his personal chart is deep. I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna just leave that right there because like this is deep. Like I might take this to numerology now to even see what's the vibration that could have possibly led to this. But again, like I said, he's a Capricorn. He got Cancer waves. He got Sagittarius waves. Those are the planets I learned. His dominant planet is a moon because he's a Cancer. Pluto is in his house of Scorpio, and Neptune, which is in his career. Neptune. And the reason why Neptune is dominant, it's actually go well in Capricorn because people could be creative with their energy. I told you they have the mind of Pisces, and having that in the Capricorn career, prestigious recognition. That's the word I use. He got prestigious recognition, his reputation and everything, but he was kind of quiet with that too. So um later on I'll probably make another video touching on, like, it's weird how all three of these guys, or I might just do them one by one. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Um, I didn't even look at this. Today's date, September the 7th, and I might have to look to see who else passed away on this date and check their signs and astrolife. And January the 13th, rest in peace to Jimmy Wapo. And January the 23rd. And coincidentally, they all like Aquarius type Capricorns or Capricorns type Aquarius or full-blooded Capricorns. I don't even know how many other Capricorns. Like I just spotted this one. Um, Last but not least, you can see everybody's reporting it. Um, a lot of people reporting that Mac Miller passed away. Tim Z probably uses the first person to get the scoop on it, and a lot of sites reporting this. Now, before I close out, I just want to say one thing. This guy right here, this guy, Whack 100, like Whack. This, like I'm not. I don't understand you. How do you go at dead people? Do you don't think? Look, I want to pull your chart up real quick. Do you don't think people is gonna, when you die, people gonna say good for you, or you don't think people gonna get, like, you disrespect the dead? Like Tekashi 6ix9ine is out here telling people to suck his dick. He got beat up, robbed, and he's still doing that. But that's one thing. That's one thing. If in Brooklyn, he should know better. Like, back in the day, nobody. But you did the same thing with Tupac. I mean, everybody got their time to pass away. So, I mean, I'm not even going to tell you to recant it. Actually, you're a grown ass man. You can say what you want to say, but like, come on, though. On the day he died, too. I don't even know what's your, connection with him. I don't wish death or jail on nobody. And I never call nobody stupid for going to jail. I could have had a full blown shootout with somebody. I'm not gonna wish death if I don't if I don't you know what I mean? But you wishing like you wishing the worst on somebody that passed away. This is not even wishing death on somebody. And I hate to say it, like, everybody got their own time to go. These things gonna be remembered with you. Like, let me quote Whack. You know what I mean? He said, Whack 100. And you stupid, dumb ass, idiotic shit for brains. Good for your dumb ass. That's how you feel, good brother? Good for your ass. And all the rest of the idiots that's not understanding the body only needs these fucking pills when it's in medical need. You serious? That's how you feel? Like you don't smoke weed and You don't be on this internet trolling. You ain't had beef with almost everybody you could think of. I remember the first time you was telling people in New York, stay out of a West Coast beef. And next minute, you in every New York beef that's going on. You in everybody's beef. You beefing with Takashi 6. That boy is 16. Grown ass man, dog. He was right when he said, got grown ass man. Soon you be on with your grandchildren. And now you come on and say, like, just for fun, just for fun. Let me see who you are. Whack 100. I mean, you got your birth chart on here. Whack 100. Whack 100. What is your name, though? I don't even know your name. I just know, like, you got the right name. I'm going to give you that. You got the right name. Whack. Like, I'll put 100. That nigga's whack. Put 100 behind. You know how people put 100 emojis? You whack, though. I mean, the first time you came out and you jumped in, beef, that ain't had nothing to do with New York. And I used to be like, nah, he sound like a real one. You know what I mean? He just, if I'm from Brooklyn, so, told us mind our business, because let it Brooklyn handle Brooklyn, and let LA and whoever else handle theirs. People need to mind their business. I see you jumping in. Everybody beef. Like, everybody's beef. You jumping in you jumping in everybody's beef. You beefing with everybody. The only person I seen you beat up was from Game. I ain't seen you beat nobody else up. You ain't even got a Wikipedia, man. Give me a Wikipedia. Your Wikipedia. Big Face 100. That's your name now? That's your name? George Tyler? Let me find out. Your name is George Tyler the third. George Taylor. George Taylor. George Taylor. George Taylor. Check your damn vibration out, man. Yo, George Taylor. Georgie Porgy Puddin' Pie. Compton, US. West Coast. Rapper, producer. All right. This is all that's up here? You ain't got no date of birth? Hmm. You ain't got no date of birth? This is not even you. You look how many people got your name. Like, yo, I don't know. Like, I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. Like, you couldn't even say nothing to me to get you upset. Whack rips on Tupac. He's no gangster. The manager Whack threatens Young Buck. OG Crip, you don't want to come out. Anti Shook Nice. That's all you got. Game manager Whack details punching stitches. You punch stitches. That's your claim to fame. You punch stitches. Probably nobody even knew you since then. You punch stitches. I ain't gonna disrespect stitches, but you punch stitches. I just want your birth chart. Like, I will drag every star, planet, asteroid. But that wasn't cool. I'm gonna just say it like that. Whack 100. This is the L of 2018 for you. Like, that was not cool, good brother. That was not cool. You know what I mean? People already out here disrespecting. Like, you're an OG too, so I can't respect that, man. Takashi don't know better. Don't know better. Even if he's from Brooklyn, he's still a young boy. You're an OG. You know the rules to certain other things. Like, this internet gonna tear you up on it. So, like, sometimes it's best just to keep things to yourself, not internet related. But once again, I gotta get out of here. Shout out to Mac Miller, rest in peace. Shout out to Jimmy Wapple, rest in peace. Shout out to Existential, rest in peace. With that said, my name is John R. Hardy. An Life coach. an author, motivation speaker, a motivator, and I just like to help people heal themselves. Website coming soon, book coming soon. Salt and Water for the Soul, and the website. I'm not going to say the name, but when it come out, sign up for your readings. And I got astromedics, which can help situations like this. I actually got a client that got thyroid issues and high blood pressures, and for the last 3 months she's been off her medication. So I'm coming to help a lot of people soon. Thank you guys for listening, and I got to be out. Peace.